workshop. This workshop is really important because it's all about how to prepare yourself, how to stay fit, what kind of exercises are good, and so on. So I ask you already the first question. If it's your first time with a live workshop, and please give me a thumbs up quick if the microphone and the camera, everything is working, the internet is fine. I'm in South Spain right now, but I have extra internet, so it should be fine. Let me know quick in the chat, give a thumbs up or say hello, yeah, or it's working, technique wise, because I have an extra microphone here, it should be perfect. Let me know quick. And if you want, let me know quick in the chat where you're from, because I'm always excited which country you're from, and would be amazing. I give everyone another second, and then I will start right away with sports and how to prepare yourself, because today's episode is all about how to stay fit and how to get ready for your next surf trip. Also get ready for your next surf sessions and how to stay fit, what is important, what kind of activities we need as surfers, how to stay fit, and if we need training at all, or some people say it already like, I just need surfing, it makes me fit anyway. So we're gonna discuss in this live workshop, and the coolest thing ever is you can ask questions. So please, perfect. Here we go. Good evening. Hello, perfect. Hi. South of France, from Astrid, Germany, Netherlands. Amazing. Cool. So I see 75% they were already here, but to the other 25% are from Norway, live in Finland. Cool, care. Oh, guys, it makes me happy every time I'm here live, because as you know, I started every month to do live workshops. Maybe you saw already. I mean, a lot of you guys know me a little bit already with the live workshops, and today's episode is really important to make us fit, to stay us fit. And there are always questions I get asked on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's like, what kind of sports I have to do, what kind of exercise, and so on. But I will cover everything in general today. To everyone else, like who is maybe the first time here, I'm Daniel. I'm the co-founder of the Surf Companions. Surf Companions is a surf company which helps you to improve your surfing. It doesn't matter if you have free live workshop with here with YouTube, or you have a live real coaching with me on the beach or in the surf camp. This year we're in France. Or you buy one of our Surf Companions books illustrated from Flo. So it's not only me. We have a whole team behind us. We have marketing, but most important is this guy, Flo, and me. Yeah, because I'm a surf coach. And I coach more than, I think 11 years now. I love coaching because it's really hard to teach that kind of sports to people really simple so everyone understands it. And this, when I have a group of surfers, I can reach maybe 8 persons at the same time. But with the surf knowledge books and the courses and the videos, and I can reach more people like you guys. At the moment, we're already more than 12 people live. So I'm really excited. Feels like a whole classroom of people, or 15 now, are joining right now. So welcome. Greetings from Norway. Cool. Before I jump right into the knowledge, like the basic knowledge, how to stay fit and to prepare yourself physically, like with your body for your surfing, what kind of intensities, exercises we need, what's the most effective one, what kind of common mistakes a lot of people do. I want you to write down in the chat really quick and simple, maybe in keywords, what you expect to get out of this live call. So what do you expect maybe? It's like certain specific exercises, or in general, you want to know certain things. Let me know quick in the chat what kind of, what you want to achieve out of this live workshop to make you a better surfer for your next surf trip. Let me know quick. I have a feeling I should adjust the camera a little bit more to the front. Wait a second. Please don't fall. Ooh, should be fine. By the way, stick till the end, because at the end I will ask you more questions, and you can ask me questions. And I have a special gift for you, like always, because you take the time at 8 p.m. in the evening on a Thursday to really learn and want to improve your surfing. So I see already that you take your surfing seriously, and Surf Companions this year, 2023, it's all about you, because this year is going to be the best surf year you ever had. This is what my wish to you is. So it doesn't matter if you Your goal is maybe mentally, you're feared of surfing, or physically, you want to get fit, or you want to have the longest surf ever, or you want to try different equipment, whatever goal you have, 2023 is going to be your surf year, and I hope I can help you with that. Okay, in general, I take everything. Astrid wants to take everything out of this knowledge. Perfect. How to improve pedal strength. Amazing. Pedal strength is important. Super cool from Janneke. Janneke, I think it's Netherlands. Yeah. Hi. Cool. Okay, let's jump right into it. The most problem, a lot of people, general routine, especially for landlocked surfers who prepare for a trip. Amazing. Uli wants to get ready for next surf trip. This is perfect, this workshop, because I'm going to give you some guidance and some tips. Care, all good. Perfect. So let's jump right into it. Greetings from Rome. Even Rome, Paolo. Amazing. We have, I love it. Like even with my ambassador team, I have every month a live call, and everyone is in different places: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Germany, Spain, France, and so on. But all together, what brings us together here is surfing, and this is our passion we want to share together. And this knowledge, which is out there from coaches or online courses, whatever, helps you to improve your surfing. And with the technology, I don't have to be literally with you, which makes it even more amazing. So before we jump into like what to do, actually, I could just tell you some awesome exercises you can train in whatever, but let's have in mind the purpose of doing this workshop. The purpose is, a lot of you guys probably felt, everyone knows that feeling. You're surfing, you go on a surf trip, and you haven't surfed in 2-3 months or a few weeks, and you go into the water and you feel like exhausted after the first paddle out, and everyone around you is surfing. It could be frustration, and even if you go into a whole week of, you only have a week of holidays maybe in surfing over the whole year, you want to make the most out of it, and you want to have the most waves. You don't want to start at zero again, and then it's like, oh, your frustration, so you mentally, you block yourself, and you're like frustrated a lot. So maybe you watched one of those other workshops I did with you already about setting your goal right. Remember the beginning of the year? The main goal was to ask yourself what's the ultimate goal, the short-term goal, and the short-term, long-term, and the ultimate surf goal. When you look at your holidays and your surf trip, you want to bring the most out of it. So, what do we surfer have control over in surfing? Most of the control we did in one workshop already. That's why I do it really quick. We have control over our equipment. We have control over our nutrition. For example, we have control over surf knowledge, how much knowledge we get. For example, books, courses, YouTube, whatever. We have control over, and that's the most important point we're going to talk about today, is our body, our fitness. Yes, a lot of people said, yeah, this is my body. Yeah, I can do nothing about it. Even if you have an office job, I have to work a lot, like to run this business, also on my laptop. Even if you work on the office job, you have the control over to do something against it. Okay, so we have control over our body, which makes us, oh yes, we can train it. It's possible to improve the volume. Oh, is it possible to improve the volume? Let's check. Let's check if I can improve. No, I can put the microphone a bit closer, or I can speak louder. I hope that's fine, Paolo. So what can we have control over? Like I said, equipment, and our body, nutrition, mindset, and surf knowledge. But body is really important. So my question to you guys is, you might know it, 90% of surfing, it's a bit sad, but also cool, because it makes us like really fit for our back muscles. It's really nice surfing because it makes us a fit person. You might know it, all the surf coaches, we paddle a lot, we're outside in the sun, so we burn a lot of calories. So it actually helps us to stay fit and gives us a nice body. But holiday surfers, or people who like a bit of stuck, even pro surfers, now it comes, even pro surfers are training. So if we put that into account, if even the pro surfers are training every single time, even if they're surfing every day, then you should train as well. And what we should train, I will come that into back. But don't forget, take notes. Everything I say, I mean, that's why we developed the surf company. We have also space in the back, a few pages, or you have a small diary. Let's have a look. Write down some knowledge which I give you right here, right now, because sometimes in between I have some nice knowledge. So write things down, take notes. Okay, first of all, to assumption, whoop, we don't want to have this feeling anymore. It's like, oh, I wish I should have prepared for the surf trip. You know, next surf session, you're in there, you don't have power anymore. We have endurance, strength, and power, and flexibility. Flexibility and mobility. Those are the four categories which we jump into in a second. So we want to get this feeling away of next time you're on a surf trip to feel a bit like, oh, I should have prepared more. There's nothing worse of being out there in the lineup. Beautiful waves are coming, approaching, and you are just too unfit to catch them. So it's nothing about your equipment, nothing about the waves. It's only you. This is the most frustrating one because, like I said, you have control over. You can do something actively about it. If you didn't do it, you're just lazy, okay? I don't tell you you have to go hit the gym 4 hours a day. I'm not saying that, but there are certain things you can do actively to make your time in the waters like happy feeling, like, oh yes. Of course, you only want to concentrate on the wave, how it feels to ride that wave. You know, it's like you don't want to hustle like to catch the wave. I had the last energy I have left. No. Okay. So jump right into the exercises, what we have to discuss. I'm gonna use my whiteboard as well. I'm gonna use it here to show you a little bit more stuff in detail. So in details, I mean, microphone, Paolo is a bit closer. Yeah, it's a bit too close, Paolo. Okay, I'm gonna move it here. Should be fine. Okay, I think you better before. Okay, amazing. So first of all, we have control over our body. And now my question to you guys is the most intensive one. When you look at our bodies during surfing, what kind of muscles we use the most in surfing? Let me know quick. What do you think? What kind of muscles on the whole body which we use the most? Tell me. Chat. Boom. Let's write it in. Bam, bam, bam. By the way, it's an active workshop. Yes. Write it down. So what kind of muscle or muscle groups, you don't have to be really specific, but muscle groups, what kind of area of the body we have to train the most? Wait, I'm going to put the lights off. Maybe you can see more. It's Spain, eh? It's still sunny. Okay, the core stability, back, shoulders, back. Cool. Okay, back. Yes. Thomas says back. Multicami says core stability, core. Timmy Band. Oh, Timmy Band's back. I think he joined every workshop I did. Amazing. Robert's back. Lats. Okay. Lats. Latissimus is here. This is 2/3 of our back. Chest muscles. Okay, cool. Interesting. Chest muscles we also need. This is the pectoralis major and minor for the Latins out there, for the doctors. We need it for paddling, yes, and push-up. All muscles, Paolo, from Italy, Rome. Of course, we need all muscles. The thighs, okay, from Astrid. Okay, like I said, or which I'm going to explain, which is probably nothing new to you because you're a surfer. By the way, is there any beginner surfers here in the chat? Let me know. Just write really small, like beginner. Then I know there's some beginners out there because some vocabularies are probably new to you and I will try to avoid them or explain them at the right time. You guys are kind of like almost every one of you is right because the most activity we have in surfing is not riding the wave. The riding the wave is only a few seconds every time. But 90%, yeah, I'm being really optimistic, 90% of the time we are paddling. 90% is paddling. We have to paddle out into the lineup. We have to paddle to the lineup itself. We have to choose the right wave. We have to be exactly at the peak. Then we have to paddle for that wave and we have to surf. And afterwards, we surf a few seconds or really long. If you're a longboarder or have a special wave, we have to paddle out again the whole way. So 90% in surfing is paddling. So the most strength and the most endurance during this surfing activity is shoulder and back, but also the core. And because the core, you have to hold against it the whole time during your lying on your surfboard. So your belly is also has to be stable because Otherwise, you're like on there and no power would be, your board wouldn't go forward. Okay? Beginner 2. There are some beginners. Amazing athlete. Care or Kare. Care? I think it's Care. Cool. So if we know already 90% of the activity is paddling, you should be good at paddling. But I will come to that in a second. So shoulders, arms, here, everything around that. That's why you probably wonder, like, oh, usually like surfers have wide shoulders because we use our shoulders and arms a lot of times. So to have healthy shoulders and backs, and this is everything in order, this helps you a lot already. For example, swimming. If I have students and they're already swimmers, they have an advantage to people who never swam before because they know the power, the paddles of really swimming. Yeah, so they have something advanced from the people who never paddled in their whole life. Okay, but I'll give you another example. The other 10%, 5% in surfing is waiting and then surfing. But you see, 90%. We don't use our legs so much. So that's usually surfers have really thin legs if they wouldn't train like outside of the water. Because how much time you spend on a wave? 5%, 6% in your whole surf session, you stand on your wave. Depending what kind of board you have, if you're a longboarder, you stand longer on the wave and so on. So we need kind of our legs as well. But like I said, the most intensive one is paddling, back, shoulders, arms, chest, and belly. So those are like the all upper body ones. Like I said, everything has to be in balance, yin and yang. Maybe some of you are doing yoga. It's the same in surfing. If you only train your upper body, you have a really, like say, weak lower body, which is also bad. So in surfing, it's not like lifting weights or something. We have to have a nice training balance-wise. But I will show you something to make it even more understanding. Let's see. So the problem is we don't want to be tired. We don't want to lose strength. Oh, I was too weak to go in there. And I was press the cheeks together. Press the cheeks together. Yes, the butt. Someone is beginner too. Yes, Thomas, body tension is everything. Thomas says already, it's like to activate the glutes, to be more specific. The glutes are like, is your, like your better half. Which protects, by the way, your lower back. But I don't want to get into my details because this life workshop is all about how to prepare yourself properly. So what I want to show you is a small pyramid. Pyramid means, let's call it a pyramid of fitness. That's a pyramid of surf fitness. In the lowest one, middle, and the top one. The lowest one is, I'm going to use a new pen. You cannot really see it, huh? The lowest one is the base. You see, it's the biggest one. The base is like the basic fitness. Basic fitness, what I'm talking about, which I'm going to focus the most today is, for example, to have strength, so enough power, like basic power. Then you have basic mobility. Mobility means when I can only lift my arm till here, you're not really mobile. If you can lift up your arm till here, your mobility is good because we need mobility to paddle, for example. Yeah, mobility is important. And of course, endurance. Endurance means you can paddle for a longer time. Yeah, which means also your lungs, you have enough oxygen. And the last one is mobility, strength, and endurance. We have also flexibility. Flexibility is not so much important because in surfing, we don't do like crazy stretches or go, like for example, in yoga, we don't have to go in crazy yoga poses and we have to do a split. Now, maybe it looks funny once, but you don't have to do a split in surfing. So mobility, strength, and endurance. Endurance is how long you take it. It's the most important one. So this is the basic. We call it strength, we call it mobility, and we call it endurance. Endurance with E. This is the base of your fitness. How we train it in a second. The second one, we go more into details. So what kind of sports could help us or which are kind of similar to surfing? Let me know. What kind of sports you think you can train? Maybe a lot of you, but I think you're kind of fit people here in the chat because you're doing sports, you have to train something. Let me know quick in the chat what kind of sports you're training out of your, as a hobby or professionally or out of your office job, whatever. What do you train? Swimming. Oh, we have swimmer here. Astrid, Robert is swimming. Yeah, swimming. We're talking about really lane swimming, huh? Not like this, or like a grandma, like backwards. Lane. Whoa. Swimmers. Climbing. Astrid is even climbing. Cycling. Oh, using your legs. Nice. Robert. Cycling. Swimmers. Really sportive. You guys are sportive. I knew that. For endurance, I do running, skating, and mountain biking. Jannike. Super. Basketball. Yes. Swimming, surf, skate. Nice surf, skate, Uli. And running. Okay, cool. Amazing. So you see already, here you have the normal, the base, which we built off our fitness, the whole fitness. I'm going to call it the fit. Yeah, how the fit pyramid. We need the base, means like how strong you are, how long, endurance, and how mobile you are, like mobility. The second one, I would call the layer when we use that kind of endurance, power, and so on for certain aspects, for certain sports. And like you guys say, wow, you dance, Kelly, wow, dance and ballet. We have fitness, surf, skate, biking. Calisthenics is with bodies. By the way, one of my best students I have, which learn surfing really quick, are calisthenics guys, parkour guys, and gymnastics. Why? Because the neurologicals, the nerves are really good. The coordinations are really good because they know their body their best. Also, dancers are really cool. Okay, dances, core works out. Guys, you are fit. I'm really stoked. Woo! You guys are fit. I would love to do training with you. Swimming, surf skating, running. Okay, this is the second part. This is the base. So what can we do with strength, mobility, and endurance? We can do sports, like we can do swim. A lot of people, you have calisthenics. Calisthenics, for people who don't know, is like only with the body. We have climbing, we have dancing, we have ballet, we have, surf skate. So skating takes also, you're a lot of time on your legs. We have normal fitness people who hit the gym and do a routine. Everything you do with that base, you can do here in the middle. But the smallest one, up there, it's really specific. And that's why it's so small and so pointy. Because that brings us already closer to be better fitness in surfing. But the closest in surfing brings us the movements which are actually almost exactly what we need, what kind of movements we need in surfing. And that is the push-up, and of course with takeoff, but not so many times, depending how many waves you take in a surf session, but paddling. So to make it really, really specific, to get really close to that activity, we also call it a simulation training. It has to simulate what we're going to do in the ocean. Is, for example, it maybe sounds really simple, but I did it. I even came into the newspaper once. It was really funny. I come to that in a moment. Is, for example, you take your surfboard, you go on a lake, and you're paddling. Yeah, this is the closest you can have to be in the ocean with the real waves and paddling. So you see already we have a base. We have sports which have aspects of surfing, what we need in the surfing fitness. But the closest one is if you almost simulate what you're going to do really in the ocean. So which is holding your arch position. We call this the arch position. Really up here on the surfboard, the arch position. And we have endurance and paddling. So we need power, paddling, mobility. And we know the power. And the simulation of this is the closest you can get. But now it comes. You can train all three aspects to be a better surfer. Okay, once again, we rewind everything to make everything clear. In simple and fitness, you have the basics here, and the base. This is the most volume you need because this makes the foundation of everything which comes on top. And then the last part is really the most specific one. So if you think about simulation training, the closest one to really simulate surfing is actually You grab your surfboard, maybe in a pool if you have one, or you go into a lake or whatever, and then you put your leash there, and then you just stand on the same space or on the lake. Yeah, what I did, I really went. I come from a really small village in Germany, and I was just paddling. It was freezing cold winter time, but I was like, yeah, I'm almost going to this trip. I was going to go to Sri Lanka 2 weeks before. I was like, oh, I want to simulate it. I was already hitting the gym, but still, it's not that fitness exactly what you need then later in the ocean. So I went with my short board on the lake. It feels weird. Everyone is looking, and you're like, yeah, yes, paddling. Maybe you train only 50 meters, then you rest a bit, again 50 meters, and so on. And then I went out of the water, and a guy came to me. Can I take a picture of you? And I said, why? And I said, I'm from the newspaper, local newspaper. What are you doing? And I was like, just training. So even that simulation training was so weird for him or spectacular. And then I went into the newspaper, like on the side, really small, and it says local surfer is training for his surf trip to Sri Lanka. And I was like, that's really weird. So it could happen that you get famous even with training. Okay, what means famous? Like I said, I come from a really small town. Everyone knows each other. It was more funny. Okay, I hope you understood that. Please give me a thumbs up, because now we want to take that and have a look what you actively can train at home. I even have something really cool without equipment, nothing. Okay, please write that down, make the pyramid. Let me know quick if that was simple and understanding. So we go from the base. We have to build up the base, because if you don't have a base, imagine you would just, once a week or twice a week, you go with your own short board or long board, whatever board you have, on a lake, and you paddle a bit. Do you think it's really effective? No. But if you train a lot of time on your base and your core sports, and then add specific movements and so on top, you will be ready. Like, your fitness pyramid will be amazing. Okay, I see a lot of thumbs up. Amazing. I want to go on. Perfect. Here we go. Nice. Okay, I know, like I said, it's a bit sad to be 90% of paddling, but if you train paddling and you have the volume and you feel fit, you will be so happy in the water, because you don't have to think about it. What about training on a sub? On a sub training, if you think about the movements, also nice. You kind of need the shoulders, but you have a nice balance if you stand on the board. Kelly asked on a sub, and you are with the water in there. But if you're normal paddling, in surfing, is this really? Do you see the difference? There is a difference. Okay, you're on the water. You're highly motivated. Yes, you have some forward momentum, but you're standing. You're not lying. Lying on something, to press something against your belly, is a way different feeling instead of standing there. It's also intensity. It's also kind of sport, depending how quick you're doing it. It's good for your shoulders, but to get closer to the simulation of surfing, you have to lie down, or for example, you're doing swimming lanes. The closest to paddling on a surfboard is actually doing some lanes. We're swimmers. I also come from swimming, but you see a difference between swimming lanes like that and putting your chest up and paddling like this, because suddenly you have to pull up your chest way more. Here's your surfboard and you're lying on. Kelly, what about rowing? Astrid, rowing is amazing, like I said, for the back and for the shoulders. That all is included in the base movement, to have endurance and power and mobility. Rowing, nice, amazing. But this movement helps you to stay the upper body, back, shoulders, and arms ready, but it's still a bit different than this, okay? It is amazing to train. It comes from the base. It's in the middle, like I said. To really simulate, we have to go the closest to surfing. But like I said, we need the base. Guys, you have to train your strength, mobility, and endurance with some sport, obviously, makes the most fun. And then you can add up a little exercises, which I'm going to tell you now what is really important about those exercises. Okay, First of all, I want to ask you, how long, usually you know yourself a bit, even the beginners, I mean, the difference between beginners and intermediates, if you make it out into the lineup, so you paddle out, you're not standing on the sandbank anymore. So when you stand in the water, it's like, current and to put the board over the white water is also intensive. Instead of paddling out into the channel, sit on your board and you wait, you wave your friends and so on. This doesn't take so much energy instead of currently being in the impact zone with the white water. But I ask you that, after how many minutes you usually go tired? Let me know, quick. Even the intermediate one, everyone. It's like when you of course it's depending on the waves, it's depending on the current, how strong the current are in, and so on. But please let me know, when do you get tired? Here we go. Wait, the microphone is really low. Can I click here quick? I hope I don't get webcam sound. Okay, should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna yell louder. Paolo, do you still understand me? Okay, please tell me quick. After how many? 2 minutes? Kelly's getting tired after 2 minutes? Are you sure? Kelly? 10 minutes when paddling to the back constantly. Okay, you're already really done. That's what I mean with tired. It's like, I cannot do anything anymore. A bit of tired, it's fine. I don't know exactly what very fast, but very fast. Okay, multicam 93. Guys, you're gonna love what I offer you at the end of this workshop. If you're already tired after 15 minutes, 10 minutes, oh wow. Okay, cool. In one go paddling, not that low. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Kelly. Kelly says, if you paddle in one time, like you have to paddle out the back and the set is coming. And a set means like when airwaves is coming, you have a bad timing. There's not really a channel which helps you going out. Yes, paddling, for example, 2-3 minutes at one thing, it will make you tired. But obviously you sit on your board again, outside the lineup, and you breathe, okay, and then you have a little bit more energy. I mean, the whole session, can you surf, for example, as an intermediate surfer, 25 minutes, 30, 45, 1.5 hours, or do you even go for 2-3 hour sessions? This is what I meant. But I get it, if you in one row paddling outside like Kelly, it could be like, whoa, I'm already getting tired. Okay, Paolo, depends on what, Paolo, let me know. I hope you can hear me, Paolo. Okay, I'm usually in the water for 2 hours unless I have a time restriction. Look, Edward is 2 hours in the water. Okay, 1.5 beginner for a session, maybe as a beginner. Yes, 1.5 hours as a beginner. Yes, you can make it. Perfect. Maybe some small breaks in between. Usually when I coach in South France, the classes are also around 1.5 hours, at least for beginners. But obviously there's explanation on the beach and then you go in again. But it's depending. If the waves are really big and the current is strong, it's really hard to stay. In the winter, go for 1 hour, summer like 2 hours. Usually about 2 hours at a time, session 1.5, 2 hours. Okay, you see already, it's normal to get tired around 1 hour and 1.5 hours. Fit 3 to 4 hours, what the hell? Units, unfit 1 to 2 hours. It's really depending on the waves, depending on the equipment. If you, for example, a longboarder here in Caños de Meca, whoops, I told it, it's a beautiful longboard wave. You can sit out there, wait, take another wave, take another wave. Yes, the endurance is not that heavy as it is, for example, if you have big current in France, you're done after 30 minutes, 45 minutes, because you have to continuously paddling and then surfing and then paddle again. You're constantly paddling or surfing, paddling or surfing. There's no time to rest. Sometimes, like I say, it's not always. It's beautiful summer, sunny days. You have smaller waves. You easy paddle out with dry hair, and then you sit there and wait for a wave, and then you paddle and they'll go on. What I want to tell you is the following. So what kind of, what kind of exercise we need in paddling? Is it every time in one row? So we constantly paddling like a triathlon guy, he's swimming 1.5 kilometers in one row? Or is it more like, if you have to think about it, intervals? Intervals are like steps. What do you think? Is it continuously paddling the whole time? Like I said, 90% is pedaling and surfing? Or is it like, oh, I have sometimes and then I take my time and then I pedal again? Then let me know. With steps, Kara says this. Okay, she thinks in steps. Guys, you're really fit. 1.5 hours, 2 hours. I'm usually also around 1 to 1.5 hours. I'm surfing, depends on how trained I am. Intervals, intervals. Everyone says in intervals. Why is it intervals? Yes, you're right, Ellen Plompen. You guys are right. Why? We have to pedal out, like Kelly said. Okay, oh, I have to pedal totally out, then I'm a bit tired already. Intervals, Kelly said. So, for example, you pedal from beach, yeah, out. Then you made it into the lineup. That's the first step. Then you wait quick. There's a gap here. This is the waiting gap, which we don't need energy. I'm talking about a perfect France day, you know, those beach breaks, beautiful. Then a wave comes, and you pedal out again, and you wait. Then a wave comes, pedal, pedal, pedal. Then you have the wave, and it comes, and so on. So you see there is steps in between where we have breaks. It's not a continuously going, oh yeah, oh, like in swimming, okay? What you have, of course, in swimming, you can also train intervals, like, yeah, that's for sure, but I'm talking about like a triathlon. You have to make the distance from A to B. What you have to know now is really important, and which saves you a lot of energy, trust me. A lot of people in surfing, they pedal almost all the time 80 to 100% all the time. So when they pedal out into a lineup, they pedal 100%, which costs a lot of energy. When they pedal full wave, yeah, they're 100%. Of course, they want to make sure. If they pedal out again, if they want just positioning, for example, the peak is a little bit 5 meters over there, they pedal like 70, 80, 90%. But small tip from Surf Coach Daniel, once you're out there, save energy, because we surfers, we are lazy, but really effective in being lazy. Means we can save energy with pedaling out. Do you really have to, intensity-wise, have 100% pedaling out with the channel? No. Why not just use 30%? Maybe 30, 40%. Oh, I'm easy pedal out. I'm getting warm here. La, la, la. You saved already some energy. When you're positioning yourself closer to your friend, you don't need 100%. 45, 30% is also fine. When I'm 1 week in A-frame, I try to surf 3 hours a day. Thomas, I will get back to you, Thomas. This is one of the biggest mistakes, but don't worry, you're doing fine. A-frame, yeah, I'm here right now in El Palmar, by the way. Okay, so once you know that, oh, wait a second. You can save some energy during positioning. So closer to my friend, closer to the peak. I can save energy with paddling out again. Sometimes you have to go through the break, a bit more energy, but be aware the next surf session you do will paddle maybe 30, 40% instead of everywhere I have to go as quick as possible. No way. So I hope that tip was already nice, save some energy. But you're right, when we have intervals, like boom, go, stop, boom, go, stop, boom, go, stop, intervals in surfing, you should also train interval in your training. So, for example, use a training area, like I said, or exercises with intensities and then also some rest. For example, you go swimming or you lie down on your belly and you do gym swims, we call it. It's like on flat ground without water. You're at home on your yoga mat. And then you go gym swims, for example, 20 to 30 seconds long. And then you rest again for 20 seconds. Do that again. Okay, now I'm paddling again. This is simulating what we need out there. Okay, if you would only train, for example, 10 minutes, but with an intensity of 30%, that wouldn't simulate what we need in the water. So if you do exercises, for example, burpee is a really good one. I know a lot of people hate burpees, but it simulates the takeoff. You can do it at home without equipment. Then, for example, put your timer on and say like 20 seconds. I start with 20 seconds. I'm doing burpees. It doesn't matter, in your own speed. You do 20 seconds activity, and then you rest another 10 or 20 seconds. Woo! And then you go again into the activity because it simulates the surfing. What we need, oh, I wish it away. Oh, it's clean again. we need in surfing. So this is my best tip ever for now. But more important, we go a little bit into the mistakes and how to avoid is the following. Thomas says, oh, when I'm on vacation, like Ephraim is in South Spain right now here. 3 years ago when I started, I was trained, like all things. If you do train, you cannot expect the great things even in surfing. Paolo, I really like what you write down just now because this is the overall quote. I also want to give you that quote Paolo just did in my version. If you want to expect something you never had, you have to do things you never did. Okay, I repeat it again. If you expect something you never had, for example, endurance, strength, mobility, you have to do something you never did. Our body gets really comfy, likes the comfort zone. Probably the first time, maybe you remember your first time training or the first time doing a push-up again, after a while, maybe after injury even, it feels horrible. Your whole body says, like, what are you doing? Yeah. It seems so easy for people who go to the gym. Not everyone loves to go to the gym, but they go anyway. Yeah. Because we have to put some work in because we want to have the result. Okay. Being small motivational right now here, it helped me a lot. Please, guys, follow my lead. It helped me a lot. If you travel vacation surfer and your vacation is, for example, in a month, in 2 months, in half a year even, it helps so much to focus, like how it feels to be there on a surfboard in the sun, smell the wax already. Oh, you're gonna wax the board, how it will be there in the water. Every exercise, every sit-up, every burpee, whatever sports you do to train that, it makes you feel easier because you have the vision, oh, soon I will be there. Oh, soon I will be there. Yeah. The moment itself, it helps you so much to motivate. Give me a thumbs up if that motivation helped you or makes sense to you because it helped me a lot. Picture your goal and then every little step on the way will be easier. True story from Thomas. It is true. By the way, guys, I'm going to tell you because I even had shoulder operation by now. I didn't told so many people about it, but I even had operation, so I know the feeling how to go through. And sometimes it's really hard and depressing to stay motivated in those times, but the results are even more powerful if you come out of a thing like that. So please trust me, guys. Keep on training. And now it comes a small, you say anecdote, analogy, yeah, small analogy, guys. If you want to train, it's really important. If you look at your week, like Monday till Sunday, or your whole month, it's 10,000 times more better training every day, a few minutes, 10 minutes. I just did this morning. I didn't felt like it. Only a few sit-ups, even if I'm surfing. I did 10 minutes. I was like, oh, give me a coffee. I want to work, to do emails, prepare my workshop. But no, I said like this 10 minutes, I have to do it. Okay, what I want to tell you is what I learned from my Russian cello teacher. I played cello since I've been 6. When I play cello, she always says like 90% work, 10% talent. And that's true. So you don't have to be really talented or it doesn't have to be perfect already, like the first burpee, the first push-up. You can do the first push-up on your knees, whatever it is, but keep continuously. She also says, my teacher, train every day 10 to 15 minutes. Take your cello every day in your hand. Take your body into your hand every day, at least 5 to 15 minutes, at least. This is the smallest amount. Instead of doing one workout of 1.5 hours or even 2 hours once a week. Okay, let me repeat because this is really important about fitness and about being continuously, like constant. You have to be constantly doing something, and even the smallest amount is more important than one time a bigger volume because your body will get used to it. The first push-up will feel horrible. The second, third, the fourth burpee, will already feel like, wait a second, after a few days, like, what? I can hold this? So your body adapts to it. That's the same when you plant a seed. I'm really motivational today. I don't know. I wasn't. It's not in my script, but I'm gonna tell you. If you plant a seed and you water it, the first day you see nothing. Second day you see nothing. Third day you see nothing. So you have to plant your surf goal seed already now to prepare yourself. And trust me, guys, it's after my injury, I knew what to do. I had great people providing or helping me, and I know it from my sports background. And I stayed motivated, of course. I didn't let myself down of that. But it helped me so much to focus on the goal, which helps you every activity. What I want to tell you is rather train every day a little bit instead of a big volume like this. So we talked about base, we talked about the sports, and be really simulated and specific about surfing. What I want to tell you is the following. The biggest mistake a lot of people do is the following. They go to a surf trip and you want to make the most out of it of a surf trip, right? Yeah, you come there and you paid for it, you bought a board maybe, you rented a board, you have to accommodation, your food, beautiful sun, whatever. But if you didn't train, your body is not really used to it. And even if you really train, it's maybe really close to that level we need, you still have only a few energy left for every session. I know everyone wants to push yourself, but write this down into your surf companions in the back or into your notes right now. We call it the Borg Scala. You don't have to write down the name, but you can Google it. It helps a lot. Ask for coaches and also for yourself right now. Please, please, in any sports you do, in any activity, write down a scale from 0 to 10. 10 means full energy, I just drank my coffee, I can smash the world. And 0 energy means 0 means I cannot carry my board anymore, I'm totally done, someone has to carry me back. Let me know quick here in the chat from which number, like in one session, when you get tired, from which number you start to think about to leave the water. It's like, okay, now I'm getting tired, or now I'm too tired. Are you leaving already at 3, at 2, or even at 5, or at 4? Or you're really leaving if you're totally done at 0? Let me know quick. I'm really excited about this one. Drink something. Wait, my throat. Depending on the waves I get. I knew it. There's always someone. Because Thomas is probably describing always the last one has to be the best. And so, and even if you have the best one already, you're thinking about, it has to be another good one, but your body is actually tired. I know that. Oh, Astrid says 4, 3, 4, 6 till 8. You're going out already? Care? When you're 6, 8? 8 is really close to 10. 10 means full energy, yeah? At 5, Robert goes out at 5. Janneke, Kelly at 3. Probably 4. Okay, cool. Nice. I really like what you just write down in the chat, because this is actually what I teach my students as well. Why? I take breaks. Yes, Care? Okay, you take breaks and then you go into again. That's also fine. What I want to give you here out of this live workshop is during a surf session and even during sports, you have to constantly ask yourself, wait a second, do I have a 3, 6 right now? It could be like half an hour in your surf session. It's like, do I really have still an 8, or am I lying to myself because the waves are perfect? If you have only a 3 or 2 left, go out of the water. Why? Safety. You can, if you're tired, you do weird stuff. You cannot ask yourself high performance stuff from your body if you're that tired. So please start to think about leaving the water in the session. I know you're highly motivated. I know we see those perfect waves. But if you're tired, if you start to go down from a 4 to a 3, this is the area where you should go leave or take a break, like Care is doing, because you should listen to your body. You cannot perform high performance stuff or new techniques even. You will end up probably really quick frustrated. But if you're tired, go out and relax. So a lot of people, even my students, you see it in their faces. That's why I always ask, how much energy you have left? And they're like, yeah, but I want to. I'm here on holidays. I'm crying. But I was like, okay, how much you have left? Actually, only 2. Okay, then relax, do some yoga stretches, and maybe for a sunset session, you have energy again, like Care. So please trust me, guys, out of experience, do that, because you won't get frustrated. You will stay injury free, because usually this is the time where injuries happen, and not only in surfing, but also in whatever you do, crossfitting, swimming. If you tired, listen to your body and regenerate. And quick, I want to give you, it's probably a time for another workshop, but nutrition and good sleep. Nutrition, good sleep is the best regeneration. How do you say it? Recovery. Sorry, recovery of an activity. If you did an activity, oh, you're tired, you have to recover again. And a lot of people, second biggest mistake, don't recover proper. So they don't eat healthy, they don't get enough sleep, they just party and bleh. Of course, you cannot expect an awesome recovery, being more fit and more energetic the next day in the water if you do such things like bad nutrition and so on. It's better to take a break when we're tired. We could avoid also any crush with other surfers in overcrowded spots. Ioannis, Ioannis, that's exactly what I talked about. You avoid like injuries with yourself and other people. Just get some booze. Okay, Thomas getting totally drunk and has the worst recovery ever. Don't listen to Thomas. I know in the surfer world there's a lot of, it's summertime, it's alcohol. But trust me, guys, if you think about the pro surfers, yeah, or pro athletes in your niche, in swimmers, whatever, Michael Phelps in swimming, he's probably not getting drunk every night in the bar because it doesn't make sense. By the way, if you want to stay even more highly motivated, there's a nice book. It's called the 1% Method. Maybe you was it that book? Yeah. Which, if you want to change something within yourself, it doesn't matter. Maybe a habit, whatever. You don't have to say to yourself, oh, I want to stop smoking, for example. Yeah. Or I want to start swimming, or I want to start going into the swim. No, this is okay, but it's not really motivating. You have to change your identity. Okay, this is the most powerful one. If you say, like, I'm an athlete, I'm a surfer, do you really fit for an athlete or a surfer to go really McDonald's every day and don't take care of your body and don't train? No, athletes train. They stay fit. They do activities and they take care of themselves also nutrition wise. Okay, so that's also another tip which helped me a lot during my process to be here with my company is change your identity, who you want to be, and be that person already from the beginning. Okay, instead of being that motivated. Today is really motivational, I have to be honest. I don't know, I'm in this mood. Okay, but back to activities. What kind of activities can we do? And one little, and that's the most biggest problem I see in surfing, is the following. Two things which go wrong in paddling. Yeah, I also did a YouTube video about it, but I want to explain it more in depth. If you lie on your surfboard, I cannot really lie. The usual one is if you cannot lift your chest really up. Yeah, if you probably from office, your shoulders to the front, you're not used to it to really go into this position. Yeah, where you can paddle high. You see it maybe in my chest. I don't know. Yeah, you can just. If you lie down here, usually when you paddle, only your neck goes up. We call it also the turtleneck. But if only your neck goes up, and look where the waves are, you get a lot of stress here. And when you look at my shoulder, only this part has to do something. And I'm not sure if you guys had already we call it the impingement syndrome. So if your shoulder is not rotating nicely open with that movement, you get a lot of impingement, a lot of pressure here. And this is hurting so much. So instead of thinking only about, I have to be strong, I have to swim a lot. No, the technique is so important. Like we put already in the Surf Companions, how you should paddle, but here comes some knowledge which is not in the book. Here is the whole technique, how you should paddle, how is the technique, when to push, when to pull, and so on. But I want to give you, I did a really good, by the way, some of our ambassadors are physiotherapists. By the way, I come to the last one because we developed something amazing for you with Maurits. He's a physiotherapist together, okay? But stick with me. The surfboard here, you lie on it. If you are able to put the chest more up, yeah, this is a weird chest, here's your belly, here's your legs. If more up, I can paddle more easy in, yeah? I hope you can see that, yeah, more up. When the chest is more down, yeah, like this, you can not really entrance here and only your shoulders getting pressure. But with the down one, that's why you see the surfers or even kids who surf like from a really young age, they have this nice arch position. If you have a nice arch position, your lower back, your latissimus, so the side muscles here, and your shoulder blades, because your shoulder blades are here, shoulder blades is here, they also help, you see my shoulder blade, to rotate. If it's fixed, you know, only my arm is doing this. It really hurts already. But if I put my shoulder with it, you see the difference? You know, I have more movement. So to activate it, we have to come into this nice arch position. And now comes my biggest tip, because a lot of people don't know it. A lot of people only training back muscles to really come into this position. So they cramp every back muscle together with heavy weights. I have to go in there, whatever. Don't forget, and now comes my biggest tip about the body, how to stay into this position, how to come into this position. You also have to train your mobility. Mobility doesn't mean like stretching. It could also help. But if your body, if your spines, every spine is different, if your spine is not allowing you this position, because it's just not possible, it's actually bad for you to really train the back muscles. Like, come into this position. I want to be an awesome surfer. So what I want to give you, please, please, please take my advice. And I really do it. I do everything, by the way, we developed here for myself as well, for my surfing. You have to train your mobility for your spines, that you are able to go into this position and combine it with strength and endurance. So mobility, write it down. If you're not already stretching or do already some yoga, we have, by the way, surf-specific mobility in our online course, but I come that in a second. By the way, it's almost questions time. I hope you understood it. Why? If you come into this nice arch position, you see it already, my lower back, by the way, you protect your lower back if you activate your glutes, but you see the difference. If I'm here and paddling, my whole shoulder, my whole lat is working with it. Yeah, I have enough power. Everything is stable. There's almost no pressure on my neck. But if I'm going down, yeah, and I cannot put myself into this position, I have to do like this. And only my arm, you see that? Only my shoulder. It feels already weird. By the way, you can train it. You can try it right now in front of the camera as well. What I mean. So you can lie down, maybe on your phone or on your laptop, lie down, and you really try almost only lifting your head. It's hopefully the last time in your life that you're lifting only your head. And then you pedal. It feels already weird because you look up, a lot of pressure in the neck. But stop. Don't do it too long if you're training right now. But if you try to really lift up your chest, the pedaling, woo, it's way easier, okay? So we have to train this position, and to train this position, I want you to know that we developed together with the physiotherapist in a 2 months period. He was here in Spain. By the way, he's coming back in Spain. To Spain, I think, yeah, next week he's coming back again. Super cool to create some content. Also, we're doing lives together on Instagram now with our ambassadors about certain subjects. Please let me know quick in the chat that you understood that not only strength, paddling, and exercises are really important, so the base of your pyramid fitness, the sports are really important, and special training, simulation training, train the legs, for example, squats, calisthenics. It's really good to stay fit and so on. But if you want to go into specific training, for example, if you want to learn the bottom turn, the surf skate is really handy to learn the bottom turn. Like we discussed here in the intermediate, bottom turn is keywords: compress, reach, and hold. But I want you to know that the most common, here we discuss compress, reach, and hold. We explained everything step by step what you have to do. What you have to know is the following. We have to find something, an exercise, to really go into this arch position, because a lot of people, we have even a test. By the way, we have a test right now. Write it down for yourself. You can test it right after this workshop. If you cannot hold this position on your flat, on your belly, like double chin, and you put yourself like this in a W position and you lift yourself up. If you cannot hold this position easy for more than 2 minutes, then you're ready for this course, because I developed with Maurits together a small get ready program which makes you fit in 2 weeks. Like, it doesn't cost so much. By the way, I have also a gift for you, so stay with me. But now it's the time to give me some questions before I give you your gift. Let me know what you think about, did you understood everything, and do you have specific surf fitness questions? I hope you understood. It's not that easy to say like one exercise is the best or whatever, but the more specific you go into a simulation, the better it is. Yeah, W, Y, and T training. Yes, Timmy. Yeah, this is exactly included in the course. Care understood it, okay? Do you have a specific question? Very clear, Astrid. Amazing, cool. By the way, if you don't have question, you can also let me know what kind of subject you want to have to discuss in May. So, because last time Patrick asked me like, oh yeah, how to stay fit and so on. There are, like I said, there are a lot of fitness stuff out there. You can do normal at home 10 minutes, 30 minutes with some YouTube videos, or you can do go into personal coach, depending on your budget, whatever, or you like to do more sports outside. But please trust me, guys, you have to do something. The worst experience I have with students, they do no sports. I cannot imagine, but they come to me, want to have surf lessons, like when I used to work for a surf camp. They just come and like, oh yeah, and they so disappointed because they would love to have that surfing experience, but the body is just not fit enough. So please, you have to do something. Okay, what would a good exercise to do every day for 5 minutes at home for paddling muscles? For paddling muscles, we have some. By the way, it's everything in our Get Ready course, but I tell you, what is already in the paddling course, in the Get Ready course. It's obviously to give you the strength and ability to get into this position, and to paddle, we have to simulate paddle. What helps you is a lot to hold and gym swims. Like I said, in intervals, you have first start with 20 seconds, then you take a rest. Everything is lying, by the way. And then again, but you have to do it proper. Like I said, we have explanation videos with Maurits, our physiotherapist. What helps also to simulate is, imagine you have a stretch band and you fix it on one place. I cannot place it. Oh wait, I can put it here. And you lie down, and you can do it with more, let's say, like resistance, which gives you a little bit the feeling of dragging that water to the side, which helps a lot. But how to train it, by the way, in the Get Ready course, you also get a trainings plan with it. But this is the most effective stuff, really training with a resistance band. But first start with your body weight, just to hold it up, to don't lose it like this. Yeah. I hope that was clear. And of course, swimming. Swimming helps a lot. Or you take your surfboard, go on a lake if you have the possibility. I mean, summer is coming soon. Huh? You feel the spring, guys? For the simulation, if you don't have a lake swimming pool, would you a flat day on the ocean be an option? Yes, multi-cami 93. Of course, if the ocean is flat, there's no waves. Why not? This is what I'm going to do with my students as well. If they stay a whole week and we have a flat day, we're going to train on the paddling. So body tension, you can maybe even do a race. You can do a small games out of it. But lying on the surfboard, by the way, you stay highly motivated because you will stay as well on the surfboard. It cannot get closer because you stay on a surfboard doing surfing, and the paddling is also the same. The only thing is there's no wave to paddle into. So definitely for sure do that. Multi-can 93. How do you practice longboard pops out as opposed to shortboard pop up? How do you practice longboard pop up? Yes, Craig, the longboard pop up is a little bit different. I mean, keep following us on Instagram because we are working right now on a longboard companion. This is our third book. It will still take another, I think, 9 to 12 months because Flo is really busy, and you might know, like, look at the illustration. You cannot illustrate something like that in an afternoon or so. But what I can tell you now is you can practice yourself to pop up, and you film yourself, for example. By the way, if you not know already, if you have any coaching stuff, like you want to discuss surf skating, pop up. Maybe you have videos from your surfing. you can book with me one-on-one or with Marvin. He's a surf companion, surf coach, live on our website under coaching. You can make a date, and then we have live coaching call, an individual for you. We can discuss maybe your pop-up, because the longboard pop-up is a bit different, but it's a different topic here. I will, Greg, by the way, you can ask me on Instagram as well, some details, everyone, because Instagram, I have still answer. What's your favorite quote for your surf mindset? Wow, that's a deep one. Joanna, I'm really motivated, huh? Today, deep, deep, deep. What's your favorite quote for your surf mindset? My mindset changed a little bit, to be honest. Beforehand, it was totally progress, something too ambitious. And now, to be honest, I'm a bit more relaxed. I don't have a quote yet. I will let you know. I will think about it. I don't have a specific quote for your mindset, but I usually, Joanna, I always say, like, to myself, it's more like a mantra, always be here. Like, be here. Pachamama, een beetje. Thanks for Mother Earth, La Pachamama. Yes, very clear. Any tips to train the push-ups? Just burpees and stuff like that, or any specific like push-up on the board on land? Guys, please, if you have already your own surfboard, you don't really necessarily train on your surfboard. With my students, I almost train no surf takeoff, pop up on my surfboards, because you will damage on the sand, and maybe there's stones underneath, especially when you have hard tops, like more expensive one, hard tops. Don't train on the surfboards. What you could train is on your yoga mat at home. Really important is don't look down during your pop-up. Look up, look to the side, because you simulate already, I want to go to the left, I want to go to the right. What helps you, if you think about the push-up, yeah, the pop-up, of course you need a kind of a push-up. Oh yeah, I need kind of a push-up. I need kind of a, okay, the legs has to go somehow through, yeah, even if you have the three-step takeoff or you have the quick pop-up. So you have to kind of good abs to pull this one through. So you should train, if you look at every maneuver by its own, you should train sit-ups to come, mountain climbings, for example. Yeah, you're in this position and then you do mountain climbs. And that's why the burpee is so handy to know, because the burpee lands on a squat. So after you did a burpee, boom, you're in a squat position. It's almost the same as if you have in surfing. But so that's why burpee is the closest one to a normal pop-up. This is how you speed, this is how you stand. By the way, this is the beginner. But you have the three-step takeoff here, knee through and up. So you can train the real theory, which I told you with the pyramid. The closer you are to the technique up there, which you actually need to take off, you can train takeoff the whole time. And this is the amazing part. A lot of people don't understand that takeoff on a board is almost the easiest part in surfing. Yeah, you're probably getting wild now in the gym. You're lying. Trust me, guys. There's so many things which can go wrong beforehand. Like, which board do you take? 90 degrees, how to lie on a board. Which wave do I take? In which angle? 90 degrees, by the way. 5 meters to 4 before, and 2 extra, and then glide. Those are 8 things which could go already wrong. And then you only have to do takeoff. Takeoff. Yeah, trust me. 8 things and then takeoff. Takeoff you can train on beach the whole time. Train it, please, with burpees. Or you train first separately push-ups, or in yoga you do a lot of cobra and then downward facing dog, cobras. It helps you a lot. So cobras in yoga, and upward facing dogs, and so on. Like yogis know it already. Namaste. Great news with new book. Oh wow, cool. I will keep following, but thank you, brother. Okay, cool, Greg. Yeah, the practice the longboard. I will give you more input if you message me again on Instagram. Guys, I still have a present for you, so stay. I will answer one more question. The time has come when I will no longer be sunbathing by the sea, but getting into the water and training with paddling. I will definitely do me good. I live front of Adriatic Sea in Pescara. I have even surf shops. We have one surf shop or 2 already in Italy, and the surf scene is quite not small in Italy. It's possible to surf there. One of our ambassadors, Marvin, he lives close to the border, and he goes actually a lot of time surfing in Italy because it's closer than the Atlantic Sea. But nevertheless, going back to your present, do you have any more questions, or was that clear about staying fit, motivate you to do something? And I still want to give you your biggest present of the day. Wait a second, I have to do that quick. Whoop, copy paste, so I do it right. Are you ready for your present? Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool. I will give you a small present. Wait a second. All clear. Very nice talk, Kelly. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you follow us on Instagram. You get tips there, free workshops like this. YouTube video. We have more than 18,000 subscribers already on YouTube about surf skating and whatnot. We have the Surf Companion Surf book where you get the beginner or the intermediate to get your surf knowledge right. We have 3 online courses right now. 3. We have a surf skate course, more than 34 videos I show you from the basics to really do a proper cutback in surf skating, which helps us in surfing. We have a mobility course, yeah, with mobility coach Dennis. We developed with him, and we have brand new, guys, brand new. I actually just released the website today with my team, today, with a brand new course together developed with Maurits, which is called the Get Ready program. Because in 2 weeks, you will have a better posture, more strength in here in the shoulders with certain exercises, and you have the mobility for your pedal power. So you feel ready. That's simple. Yeah. Also direct access and so on. But my present is the following. You must try the waves inside. Yes, in Sardinia. A lot of friends went to Sardinia, Paola, already. So yeah. Wait. So wait a second, my phone. Yeah, your gift. Okay. If you use, by the way, only for you guys, I don't share this code to anyone, only for you because you actively take time. Now it's 9:15 in the evening. If you use this code, the Get Ready Now in the checkout, you will get 30% on all courses. So if you get the Get Ready program or the mobility or the surf skate or all together, you save 30%, like only till tonight. Okay, this is my gift. I want to really give you, for you because you take the time. And if you want to have direct access to the website, so you don't have to click through our website, you can jump right into this link because this is totally new. The Get Ready program. I think you can click on it and it works. But like I said, what kind of topic you want to have discussed in May? Let me know quick. If you don't have one, you can also send me via Instagram or leave a comment below here on this video. By the way, if you like what I'm doing or what our team is doing here with Surf Companions, we would love to see your responses on, let's do a selfie. Why not? On Instagram, maybe do a picture like right now, a screenshot, whatever. It's like I was live with Surf Companions. It would help us a lot to really share this information or share the knowledge, because my goal is to improve your surfing, and I hope that comes over because I love coaching. And by the way, if you want to have real coaching, like with me, advanced video analyzing, we have the first year, 1 week, end of August, together in South France. If you want to have more information, direct email message me or check on our website Surf Camp, because there's everything explained. You will have food, you have amazing with me coaching, and you have a perfect accommodation, a nice glamping directly behind the dunes. And Vieux-Bocaux is beautiful. I go there every summer because it's not so overrun. We're directly into the dunes, behind the dunes, and we're coaching. It's a 23+ week international. Everyone is just here to improve their surfing. We have a physiotherapist there, which also helps us with stretching. You have extra theory lessons. You get video coaching from me and coaching on the beach. So if you want to improve your surfing and you kind of can, if you can catch green waves by yourself, so paddle out and catch green, then this week is perfect for you, okay? Because not a lot of people offer that, especially not in surf camps. But I said I want to do this for my community like you guys. Okay, a lot of talking. I would love to see you improve your surfing also with the courses, but I'm so thankful. And even if I was a bit more motivational and inspiring, hopefully I love to see you guys. It was more than 25 people constantly online, which makes me so happy. So thanks so much, and have a happy rest of the week. Enjoy your rest of the week. Let me know your whatever your thoughts. Write me on Instagram. Stay motivated and tell your friends. And hope to see you next time. So follow us on Instagram. You get all the informations, and I see you. Cool. Ciao, ciao.